August 27th, 2023. Daily drive-by. These are getting more and more fun the more I do them. And it's making me kind of really just like appreciate all aspects of life a little more. I don't know what it is, but there's something about getting your thoughts out. So I'm big in journaling. You guys know this. I talk about it often. I think everybody should instill it into their daily habits, something that they check off every single day. Because there's something about talking about the things that are on your mind. There's something about talking about the things that you want to achieve. There's something about talking about the things that you want to attract. When that happens, you start to see it unfold. I've told you guys how I reach out to people and that it's important to reach out to those because life's so busy. It's important to reach out to those people that you care about, that you think about, that you love, because most of us don't. We're like, oh man, I wonder how they're doing, but I'll just see them when I see them. You know, I talk about the positive feedback or the heartfelt moments that somebody has shared or I've experienced with somebody because of something they said or the actions that they did. I talk about how it's important to stay close to those that you love, having a close group of friends that support you, a close group of family that supports you. I talk about how you need to forgive and forget. I talk about how you need to paint the big picture, step back, put action behind it, and then move forward. I talk about how you need to believe in what you want to achieve, and if you don't believe in it, then it more than likely won't come true or it won't come to life, because if you don't believe in it, why should anybody else believe in you that it will happen? I talk about the importance of working out. I talk about the importance of cold plunge and sauna. I talk about all these things because they truly help me stay happy. They help me stay in a good mind space. They help me see a different aspect of life. They help me challenge myself. And so when I talk about them, I get to enjoy and share and express these things. I also talk about the sad moments of, you know, people passing away, drugs and alcohol in my family, the things that I wish could have happened but didn't, but getting past that, not looking at life like why me, why this, why that, but instead taking those and using those moments for motivation now. Where at one point I couldn't. Because I started to realize that as I found my why, as I found my purpose in life, it's motivated me in all aspects, all areas to keep on pushing, to keep on moving forward, to not dwell on the past anymore, to forgive and forget, because why hold on to it? Because it just weighs you down. Taking all of those things and just constantly, oh, this, oh, that, oh. No. People, when we get to the lowest we get in life, when we got to the saddest point in our life, when we went through the hardest thing in our life, we often hold on to those because it's like, how can I move forward and why did I have to go through this? But when you realize that when you get okay with it, when you say, you know what, it is what it is. You know, I wish this didn't happen, but I'm going to learn from it. You know, I went through this, but I'm going to learn from it. You know, this person did this, but I'm going to learn from it. And you truly come with a realization and understanding of, man, maybe this happened for a reason. I understand it now. It sucks I had to go through it, but I'm going to keep pushing. When you don't hold on to those things that are so hard and unhappy or just daunting or just painful to think about and go through, when you don't hold on to those anymore, you get this different glow of life. You get this different energy of life. It's so easy to complain about those moments to people because it feels good to hear people say, oh my God, I'm so sorry for you. When in reality, you should be sorry for yourself. Sorry for yourself that you're letting yourself dwell on this stuff that happened in the past. Sorry for yourself that you're not moving forward. Sorry for yourself that this is stopping you from reaching and achieving your dreams or the goals that you've set forth. Sorry for yourself that you can't be mature enough, you can't be strong enough to get past it. Because at the end of the day, if you hold on to that and that's all you think about, that's all you talk about, that's all you're going to attract. You're never going to move on. And then when you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, you're going to realize like, man, life really wasn't that bad. Man, that situation wasn't that bad. Man, that thing wasn't that bad. But I spent so much time on it. I'm so depressed from it when I should have just let it go. When you're on your deathbed, there's nothing that matters except the reality of the life you lived, the people that are around you. materialistic shit doesn't matter. The things you went through doesn't matter. Things you went through with people that are now standing next to you because they were truly the ones that loved and supported you the most doesn't matter. None of it matters when your time is almost done. None of it matters when your time is almost over. So why do we spend days, months, years dwelling over it? Forgive and forget. Understand and move on. Realize and overachieve. Realize and overconquer. Realize that all of these things, be like, it is what it is now. I'm going to move on so that way I can be happier in life. I'm going to move on so I can achieve my goals, my dreams. I'm going to move on because you know what? Somebody else is happy. I'm going to move on because even though I don't understand it, it's okay. It was part of life and that's what I had to go through. I'm going to move on because it taught me a lesson. I'm going to move on because it made me a better person now that I'm viewing it differently. I cannot stress and tell you guys enough that when you let go of those things that hurt so bad at one point, when you let go of those, the darkest times that you've had in your life, when you let go of, looking back at what you've been through, or looking back at the biggest depression you've had, or anxiety, or biggest job loss, like whatever it is, those big moments that hurt so fucking bad that you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, but some way, shape, and form, every day you wake up and you get through it. But every day you wake up and you're focusing on it, so that's all that's coming to you. That's all the energy and feelings and emotions and things coming to you. Move on. Understand and move on. Be okay and move on. Smile and move on. When you do that, life opens up to a new realm. Then you can start talking about the things you want. You can start manifesting about the goals and dreams you have. You can start encouraging others. You can start encouraging yourself. You can start all of these different things and see a new light in life. The next thing you know, you'll see all of those things start coming to you and coming to you and coming to you. Because through all of those hard times that you've been through all of those tough times that you've been through, you now found your purpose. You now have found your why to go throughout life and to live life the new way that you're going to live it. And there's power behind that. The stories that can come from that are irreplaceable. So I talk about all the time, talk about those situations, those times. It helps you understand why it may have happened. It helps you be okay with why it happened. And most importantly, it teaches you that it's okay to move on. That it's okay not to hold on to those. And it's okay because, again, we have to go through hard times. We have to go through tough times. We have to go through sad times. We have to go through confused times to learn, develop, and grow. To learn, develop, and grow. So if I have one message today, it's to sit here and tell you that it's okay whatever you went through. Yes, it was fucking hard, and yes, it made you sad, and yes, it made you mad, and yes, it made you question. But that's okay, because you have learned a lot of life lessons through it. And instead of dwelling on it, instead of holding that so close to you, use it as your fuel and your motivation to either help others or to help yourself find your why and purpose in life. Because at the end of the day, when our time is up, I promise you, there is nothing that is going to matter more than just being able to be there with those people you love. And everything else in life that has happened and that you've went through and that you have money in your bank, whatever it is, none of that shit matters. Start living for the moment, start living for the memories, and start living for yourself and not others. Today's the first day of the rest of your life. Make it count. See ya.